If you've been following IGN's coverage of Bayonetta, you probably already know it's one of the most over-the-top, absurd, and crazy games of all time. You may think I'm exaggerating, but consider this. You play as an Umbran witch who uses her hair as a conduit to hell for summoning infernal demons that eat the bosses. Yes, it's that intense. Now before I continue, I should mention that this game is highly superior on the 360. The graphics are sharper, the action smoother, and the experience is better. Head over to the PS3 video review if you want to see how it fares on Sony's platform. We normally don't do 2 video reviews, but this is a special case. So Bayonetta tells the story of 2 powerful clans, the Umbran Witches and Lumen Sages, each aligned with either Inferno or Paradiso. There's a giant falling out between the 2 groups, and both clans are eventually wiped out from their own war. Don't expect a storyline that's as skillfully woven as Mass Effect or Uncharted, but the world and mythology that PlatinumGames has created is absolutely worth experiencing. The graphics in Bayonetta are gorgeous. The angels and characters look fantastic, and the action is sublime. The environments are also nice, even if there is a somewhat isolated feel to them. Oddly enough, there's also a fair amount of screen tearing when you're wandering around the levels. This doesn't happen during combat, and it definitely doesn't affect your enjoyment of the game, but it was still a minor annoyance. Likewise, there is occasional slowdown during some of the crazier sections, but once again, it's not enough to ruin your experience. In terms of presentation, Bayonetta has a very unique style that's just awesome all around. Sequences are well thought out, and the choreographed fights are fantastic. A lot of the story is told through these static film strip segments, which aren't as good as the fully animated cutscenes. It's a gripe, but it's only a minor one. Simply put, this is the best action game I've ever played. One of the best things about Bayonetta is that you can equip different weapons on both Bayonetta's hands and her feet. This results in an insane amount of combos that are both flashy and satisfying. Combos are easy to pull off, but the game will still challenge players constantly. Skill comes into play when trying to dodge oncoming attacks. Enemies broadcast their moves just enough so that Bayonetta always feels fair. If you get hit, it's usually your fault. In addition to normal combos, there are also crazy techniques called torture attacks and the aforementioned hair demons. These techniques add a brutal physical layer to the otherwise timing-based gameplay, and it works brilliantly. Another great thing about Bayonetta is the game's replayability. If you want to get all the weapons, costumes, and items, you'll have to play it multiple times. While this may be tedious in other games, you'll actually welcome it in this one. Bayonetta is one of the finest action games I've ever played, as long as we're talking about the 360 version. It's both stylish and inventive, so I hope we see Bayonetta return in future games. For the full written review, and a more in-depth look at the differences between the console versions, check out IGN.com.